Welcome to Be Somebody. Dude, this feels so weird.
Welcome to Be Somebody, everybody. Welcome back.
To Be Somebody. Welcome back. Here
Welcome
we are.
back, y'all.
Or welcome in general.
Welcome to all the new listeners. Welcome to the returning listeners.
Yes.
Whoever you are, wherever you may be, just know that we've been thinking about you.
Amadeo and I, before we started this, we were just talking about how weird this is. Talking in front of a microphone.
It's been a minute.
It's been a while. What was the date you said?
So the last episode that we recorded was episode 45. We called
episode
it The Purpose
45,
Tour.
The Purpose Tour.
We posted that April 9th, 2024.
Right.
That was over a year ago.
It's been a while. It feels honestly like 2 years ago, like 3 years ago.
Life is different, dude.
Yeah, life has moved.
In some ways.
Yeah.
For the most part, I'm still trying to make progress on some things that, we've been trying for a little while now, but
we are lifelong friends. That's a lot of lives right there. We've known each other since
we've been friends for over 12 years now.
More than that. 12?
No, it's more
yeah,
than that.
yeah.
It's more than that at this point.
Yeah, we met middle school, as many great stories start.
16 years, dude.
Yeah.
15 plus
long
years.
time. But essentially, we're lifelong friends, and we have this thing called Be Somebody that we started, essentially a movement to better oneself, to work towards who you want to be, to work towards being somebody. And we've been going on and off on this project for about 7 years now. And we decided it's time to come back at it because it's something that's important to us. And we want to just come back and be consistent with it and bring it back into our lives.
Yeah, a platform for positivity, for motivation, for optimism, and for talking about the real challenges of a creative lifestyle, of living in a big city, of being young, being the age that we are.
Yeah. And
of just having big dreams and doing your best to go after them.
There's so many choices that come in life, whether it's being young and figuring out, how to navigate high school, what to do after high school, what to do in college, what not to do in college, to go to college, not to go to college. Just trying to be the best version of yourself, trying to become a better person in this craziness that is our world right now, where you get on social media and everyone has an opinion. We have an opinion, but but ours comes from
everything is burning.
A sense of trying to be genuine and authentic, because that's all you can really be is be yourself, and doing that hopefully.
And supportive, man.
Yeah.
Supportive of yourself, supportive of others.
Right.
Supportive of your community.
Exactly. I think community is such a huge aspect,
And that creates a cycle.
If it wasn't for Amadeo in my life, I don't know if I would ever got into this places I'm in now without having that energy of bouncing off of pushing with someone else and oh, we can do it. Sometimes as hard as you go at it in yourself mentally, you pushing yourself, you need someone else to kind of push that energy with you.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can be that for anyone that's listening.
What's up, man? Catch them up, man. Let's get to it.
Yeah. It's been a while. We're here. New things, but same old stuff. We still got the couch going. We got a new little sign.
Check this out for all the YouTube watchers, right over here. Shout out to Enrique, getting the sign.
And Amadeo. I mean, this is your design.
Well, yeah, we went half and half, but
yeah,
this is the original design that I made in 2019.
Right.
The Be Somebody circle. I originally called it the social logo, but honestly, it just became the de facto logo.
Right.
Logo.
What about you? What are you wearing right now?
Okay. And then also this is a good excuse to check it out on YouTube if you can, but we're wearing matching merch, y'all.
Yeah, we're back, and
the Be Somebody tee.
We're going at it with full force. We even got matching t-shirts.
Yeah, we'll put a little mock-up up here on the screen so y'all can see it in detail.
Mock-up.
I wish I could stand up and do a little 360, but that might not really work on camera.
We'll insert a video of Amadeo doing a 360.
Just a spinning T-pose.
But dude, okay, it's been more than 2 years. What's going on, dude? What?
Almost 2 years, man.
What catch us up with life?
Okay,
what are some updates? We're still in Los Angeles.
Still in LA. You got a new place. So the most important thing that comes to mind,
Amadeo and I broke up, is basically where we're trying to get at.
There was kind of a the boys were
dude, we broke up.
The boys had a
We
split for a
split like
second.
One Direction.
You know, it made headlines all over the world.
We no longer live together. It's over.
But you know what? We've decided to reunite. Going on a world tour.
The fans asked for it. We're here we are.
We're sparking the original mission once again.
But no, all seriousness, Amadeo just had a family member move to Los Angeles, and he moved in with his family member, which makes sense. And I moved in to my own spot because it made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have the couch, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole reason I kept this couch and I've kept it was because of this and the podcast. And it means so much. And one day we'll do a deep dive episode of the couch, which if you're an OG fan, you know what it is. But
yeah, dude, this is so special. This wants to become a part of your history, my history. This is like a representation of your career in a sense.
Wherever the podcast goes, like I feel like this always has to be part of it.
It's maybe not a representation. That's probably not the right word. But
yeah,
like, it's
I'm a
like
couch.
It's an
Is what I'm
important piece.
saying. Yeah,
it's an important piece of the history.
Right.
The deep dive, and yeah. This is.
But okay, but basically, Amadeo has his own spot now. I have my own spot. We're still in Los Angeles.
So the most important thing that comes to mind, like off the bat, what's a massive change that's occurred between now and the last time that we recorded an episode? I booked a movie.
Oh right. Which should we save that for a different episode?
Sure.
Or should we talk like?
I'll talk a little bit about it.
Okay, go for it. Talk about it.
You know, this kind of this particular role came after an audition process that lasted like almost 3 months, dude. And I was just kind of like being brought in, taken out, brought back in. It wasn't quite as large as the original role that I auditioned for, but it was still, I got to be a part of the movie nevertheless. And when I finally got to see the film, let's just say that it was one of the strangest experiences of my life. We shot it in May of 2024, and it released in, what was that, July?
Yeah.
Was it July?
Right.
So seeing yourself on screen in a movie theater on a massive screen.
Right.
So like, just picture that. And like you're sitting with your friends, you got all these strangers all around you. It was a packed movie theater, and man, like I knew that the moment was coming up where I was going to be on screen, and I just got filled with this intense, like acute anxiety. Like, like, oh my God, like this is coming up. Like what are people going to say if they say anything at all? Like, what's that going to mean? Like, I'm going to be right there. Like, how did it come out? I haven't seen the performance. I wasn't, this is the first time I'm seeing it, the final product. So what's the reception, if anything? And it's just kind of a weird thing. It's just like, I've never felt this before. I've never been in this position before. I've dreamt of this day, but I'd never really like had a tangible kind of anchor for what that feeling is or could mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden there I am on the screen, 10 feet tall, saying my lines.
Yeah, movie theater screens are huge, dude. Yeah, dude. I was one of the friends next to Amadeo as we were watching it, and it was so surreal because Amadeo was sitting next to me, and I could like, I don't want to dive too much into it because I do want it to be its own episode because it is such a huge thing. But hearing his voice next to me and then hearing his voice on the big screen, I was like, this is so weird. But
man,
yeah,
what a moment, bro.
Yeah,
my family called me because they went to go see the movie themselves. They didn't necessarily like enjoy the movie, but they liked seeing me up there, I guess, just objectively.
Right.
And I was like, wow, you were up there. I was insane. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, they just told me like, yeah, I didn't really like the movie, but I couldn't help but smile like when I saw you.
Right.
And it was just like so strange. And recently I had a coworker, he saw the movie, but I never told him that I was in it.
Yeah.
Because it came out on HBO Max.
Uh-huh.
And so he was just like kind of browsing through. He was like, oh, like this is new. Let me check it out. And then he was watching it, and then all of a sudden, like it comes to my part, and he's like leans forward. He doesn't double take. He's like, wait, hold up. Let me run that back. He
Yeah.
Pauses. He's like, I know that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I work with this dude.
That's hilarious.
Like the next day he told me, he's like, I saw the movie and you were in it, bro. I was like, no way, is this him?
Yeah.
I was like, that's so funny.
That's
and
hilarious.
Just hearing about that.
Yeah.
But I think like, we're not done. We're nowhere near done.
Right. It's just part of the process at the beginning.
Regardless, it was an incredible opportunity. It was so much fun. It was one of the best weeks of my life. Definitely, possibly the best week of my career so far. Mm-hmm. My young career feels like I've been at this for a while, but honestly, No.
Right.
Still getting it. Yeah. Still going for it.
Mm-hmm.
Pushing. Getting auditions. Trying the best that we can with what we got. And then, yeah, you're along for the ride. So I think at this point in my career as an actor, and we can break this down at a later point, what is that? What do I do to ensure longevity? How do I stay in the game the longest without feeling discouraged, without feeling beaten down by the rejection and the silence, and getting close to it and closer? Call back, producer session, director session, chemistry read.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we went with someone else.
It's like 4 or 5 stages, and
The
then
studio
just
wanted-
for the end too.
The studio wanted
Yeah.
someone else. The network wanted someone else. The director felt someone else was better for the role.
Right.
But we like you.
Yeah.
We got to know you a little bit. We're going to remember you.
Right.
So keep that in mind.
Which is definitely like something we'll be covering, in the later episodes. This whole idea of, rejection, motivation, keep going, all the things and values that lead to why we're back with the Be Somebody podcast.
Because regardless of how you do it, it takes years no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, it may seem as though they kind of pop on the scene. They just came out of air,
Right.
and now they just exist. But you don't know the work they've done. You don't know their training. You don't know how long they've been at it. You don't know their story. Have they been auditioning since they were 5 years old? Have they been in school for this stuff ever since? Like, what's going on? Like, yes, there is some luck involved, of course. But I feel like a lot of the people who are consistently working, they probably earned it.
Yeah.
That can be argued, maybe.
Right.
But I want to say, like, this is very difficult. So you were in the right place at the right time, but you came with the right preparation.
Right. And that's a big
They're
thing.
the three
Does
key
luck
ingredients.
exist or not? They say it's being prepared at the right time and being at the right place.
Yeah. Can you seize the chance?
Right.
And never let yourself stand in the way.
Exactly.
Don't hold yourself back, bro.
Exactly.
Because more often than not, like, I'm the one who's trying to pull the plug. I'm the one who's telling myself, I'm tired, I'm stressed, I'm over it, I can't anymore. I. No one else is telling me, oh, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this.
Right.
Nah, you should think about something else. It's all just internal.
Yeah. It's that little voice.
But if you can just like, squeeze past it, or just like take a moment, like, let me stop thinking about this. Let's see if I feel the same way tomorrow or next week or next month.
Right.
Or let me just take a step back. Longevity. What can you do to last? Because if you just burn so bright, so fast, you're done.
Right.
There's no way. You can't keep up this insane effort all the time.
But it's also like, that's part of it, is like being comfortable with the breaking point, because in order for you to make it to the end, you're gonna break a few times.
Yeah.
And that's just part of it.
So that's one of my things I wanted to mention.
Right. Yeah. So anyways, so that's what you've been up to, breaking.
How about
you? It's hard because the moment I asked you, I was like, yeah, tell me, like, summarize how things have been with you. I instantly started thinking about myself. I'm like, what has been going on with me? Honestly, it just feels like it's been so much of the grind, back to some of our earlier episodes of like the grind, the rise. What is it?
The struggle, the grind, and the
struggle.
rise.
Yeah, it feels like I'm just in the grind.
3 stages of a real boy.
Yeah, which is a great OG episode. I feel like I've just been in the grind, just working on some stuff, working on some projects in Hollywood, and working on my own projects. And yeah, I feel like, not to pivot too much, but so much of it is kind of the grind, and like that's part of it in the process. And it's like this game that we all play of like, working, trying to make it, but not trying to get lost in it. And I feel like I've been wanting to make an effort to kind of take a step back for like the greater purpose and greater things. And I feel like something that brought me so much joy in life, and rooted me to like, the greater things in life, was very much this thing we're doing right now. And we've been at it. Well, we haven't been at it consistently, but we started this
On and off.
like 8 years ago now.
6 years ago.
We're gonna say 7 years ago. 7's a good number.
6, 7 years.
The conception of it was like 7 years ago. It took us a while to like actually start the thing going, but more than half a decade, which sounds more impressive when you say it that way.
Half a decade.
Yeah, half a decade.
However, what is different about this time around? So we've been through this process
Yeah.
where Enrique and I, especially the last couple months, have taken a deep dive into the habits that we were kind of caught in the process of this podcast and producing it and editing it and publishing it and getting it out into the world. And what have we been doing necessarily to kind of establish that platform? So why now? Why should people listen? Why should we get back into it?
Well, I think we're really, I'm so like wired because we've done so many episodes prior to, be like, Be Somebody podcast. But really, we had this conversation last night where it really is kind of dropping the podcast, although very much this is a podcast, and just, really narrowing down to Be Somebody, which is, going to be much more of what we're trying to do, much more things guided towards being your true self, talking about challenges you've had, how you've overcome them, through different forms of communities we're going to be reaching and tapping into. I don't want to like unveil too much, but we have like a few things that we've been planning. Cause essentially like, the cool thing about being a little bit more older and experienced now is that we have these communities we've been part of. We have these skills we've been acquiring. We've worked for some pretty insane, companies, people. We've been in insane circles. And it's really one of those things, very much what we're talking about of this community, is opening that up towards other people and, passing on these expertise. Not even necessarily expertise, I guess just like knowledge and advice, and just, letting someone, be part of, the couch with us. Like sitting here and just talking about, oh, like, what have you been going through? Like, here's this, that, here's how we approach this and whatnot.
Yeah. And take it or leave it. It's not like it's the last word, it's the ultimate truth. This is what you need to do, man.
Right.
No, it's more just trying to be real about sharing our experiences and what I went through, what I was feeling, and if I were to do it all over again, this is maybe what I would do differently.
Right.
Or if you're asking me for advice genuinely, like maybe you could try this or try that.
Yeah.
But follow your intuition, get as much information as you can to be as informed as possible. But still, like, if it doesn't feel right to you,
right. Yeah.
Maybe don't do it.
Right. And at the end of the day, like, this is also an excuse for me to hang out with, my best friend Amadeo here, that we hardly spend enough time because we're always so busy nowadays.
Yeah, this is a special day because this is the first time this man has
Here we
introduced
go
me
with this.
as his best friend.
All right, here's my take real quick. Okay. I don't know if I necessarily feel this way anymore, but I know this means a lot to Amadeo, so that's why I always say it.
I think I know what he's going to say, but I'll let him say it.
Yeah. Okay. So we always have this argument where people ask me, it's like, who's your best friend? And I'm always like, whenever I think of best friend, I think of like a playground in like kindergarten or like the first grade. And like, oh, this is my best friend. That's my impersonation of a first grader. And to me, it's like, oh, like I just don't rank my friends as like who's the best. And I always tell people when I introduce them at like events or like places we go, and I'm like, oh, this is like my longest friend, Amadeo.
Yeah.
Which to me that means a lot, like that very much is equivalent of like the best friend.
This is my oldest friend.
But Amadeo,
at this point, bro, honestly, like this is beyond best friend, bro.
Bro,
You're my brother, man.
Bro. but essentially, like, it's always a thing that comes up whatever at places, and we have like mutual friends that are always like, dude, why don't you call him best friend and this that, and it's always the thing. But for the record, right now on the podcast, this is my best friend.
Oh, you heard it here. All right, cool. I'm gonna replay this clip over and over.
Oh, okay. But why now for you though?
Real quick, I want to introduce, especially the new listeners, to the philosophy of Be Somebody and what it meant to me when I originally had the idea for it. So, Be Somebody. Inherently, everyone is a somebody.
Right.
Inherently, like I'm not saying like, oh, you guys are nobody, and if you listen to this or if you consume this content or if you like, follow my guidance, you're gonna be somebody. Everyone's already a somebody. What it always kind of meant to me was there's almost like a blank space at the end, the ... blank. What impact can you make for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your community, if you want to go even further, for the world, whatever that might be? Be somebody who makes a difference. Be somebody who shows up and who cares, who participates
right
in their life. in the lives of your friends and the lives of your family and the lives of the people that you love, and for people who need it potentially.
Right.
So yeah, that can mean like donating your time, getting out there trying to make a difference. It's just recognizing that you always have a choice, and that you, no matter who you are, have influence and you have power, and you can make great changes even through simple actions.
Yeah.
So I don't know, sending somebody a supportive message, or giving a genuine compliment, or volunteering, or doing something, I don't know, incredible, starting a business
Right.
that sells something, I don't know, amazing, or I don't know, working on your personal brand and then like being somebody who, I don't know, makes a difference in that way. It's just, like I said, recognizing that you always got something to give. So let's give that.
Yeah, I agree. Put a little insert of the back of the t-shirt, because I feel like that summarizes it very well.
Yeah, so like as you guys saw a little bit earlier when we posted the mock-up, or at least like what the shirt actually looks like.
Mhm.
So the idea was inspired by those vintage refrigerator magnets.
Right.
That was like those like simple white magnets with like a
Mhm.
word on it, and like you like kind of mix and match and like create a message. Like, you know, like you'd go downstairs in the morning or whatever, and your mom would like have written like "Have a great day" or whatever.
Yeah. No,
So-
it comes across. It's essentially what
So-
it is.
Yeah, so it's just a bunch of adjectives that are inspiring, that are motivating, that give one hope. At least when I read it, and it's kind of a reminder to, you know, make a choice to make a positive difference.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean like ignoring when times get tough, or running away from challenging interactions, conversations. It's just, what can we do to kind of improve?
Mhm. Agree.
Or not even like improve is kind of a touchy, like slippery slope. Or just like, how can we just, I don't know, how can we shine?
Yeah,
How can we just really
for sure.
make an impact, you know?
Mhm.
Because that's what it is.
And that's why we're here. But why?
Because for me, oh, sorry. Go
No, I was gonna say, like, just tying that back to like what we're talking about, like, why now for you? Like, why are we bringing this back now?
So when I first started the podcast, the original idea came from how the feeling that I would get when I would have an incredible conversation with somebody, and we were just talking about what inspires us, what we love, what brings us joy, and what we're passionate about. And it's just like this magnetic like warmth, or like this, I don't know, this incredible connection that you just like, you're, I don't know, you're vibing high. Like that's
Mhm.
simply what it feels like. And you just kind of walk away from that conversation feeling fired up, feeling like maybe I can do it,
Yeah.
or maybe, you know what, I'm gonna do it.
Mhm.
This thing that I've been avoiding, I think it actually feels possible now.
Right.
And then maybe you get it started, and just like kind of getting that enthusiasm and that support.
Right.
I love that feeling. And given that, you know, given my connection to you and everything that we've been through, I saw it as like, this is the perfect partner for this,
Right.
I don't know, for this effort, for this platform. Because I mean, think of all the conversations that we've had when we're just like, bro.
And all of us, it comes from that, where, you know, we were going through stuff, and like some of our earliest episodes, which you can like dig back, is like us on the floor of like my like college dorm, and like talking about things we're going through and stuff. And it very much is based off of that, of giving each other support, advice, failing together, succeeding together.
Because it just kept me up, man.
Mhm.
It kept me awake to the
Yeah.
potential of my life, to the
Yeah.
possibilities that are always presented to me every single day. And it's just like, yeah, if things are tough, if I can't figure something out, if I'm going through some challenging, I can turn to you. We can talk about it, and not necessarily like, you know, to give each other therapy,
Mhm.
but it's encouragement, it's support,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know what, that back and forth. I would always walk away from those conversations, like I said, just feeling, yeah, like I got the power
Mhm.
to change. I got the power to live the life that I want.
Right.
And yeah, to be that somebody for my people, or for even the people who don't exist yet, who may need me the most.
Mhm.
That's kind of
Yeah.
out there, but you know what I mean.
Be somebody. And here we are.
So it's kind of in a sense like, through these conversations and through our special guests and
Mm-hmm.
what we talk about, it's just a way to, yeah, inspire you as well.
Right.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's our intention.
And I think like, you know, not to mention too much of the new stuff we're doing, but very much this is kind of like a evolved form of Be Somebody that we're like really pushing. A lot of that is gonna come through, other things we're gonna be talking about within the episodes, within our platforms in terms of not just like what's going on between us, but different people out there through different like channels of ways they're gonna be submitting, advice, questions to us through, reflecting things going on around the world. Because it's a crazy time, and I think, when you feel like everything's coming apart or coming together in different parts of the world, it's good to like have I like to think some decent, soundboard to, throw some thoughts out there and just kind of like get a conversation going. Because in the end of the day, this is what this platform is everyone has, a valid response as long as it comes from a place of empathy, and trying to understand and trying to become a better version of themselves. And, we hope to be that for everyone, to open the door for that, not just ourselves, but other people within our soon to be community and whatnot. But
yeah, and I think another thing that I want to clarify, or at least like shed some light on, is this, self-improvement, or like becoming a better version of oneself. I feel as though sometimes that has kind of hurt me, as if like, oh, maybe like of course I'm a flawed person, but just like kind of like singing into that feeling like I'm a flawed person and I need to like, change all sorts of things about myself, and I need to like really become superior to who I am right now. I don't think there's anything wrong with anybody, with you.
mm-hmm. That's fair. That's fair.
me.
And I don't think
But
it
it's
comes
just-
from a sense of like something's wrong with you. You need to become a better person.
there are maybe things that that are objectively wrong,
Yeah.
and bad for
Mhm.
you, that maybe you probably would be better off if you
Right.
stopped. But I think like if you let's just assume you're a normal everyday person, you're going about your life,
Right.
but that doesn't mean that this is like, who's to say that like, oh, look at you, like this is what you need to be doing different. This is how you can be better.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel within yourself? Like, how do you answer that for yourself without feeling like I'm not where I want to be, I'm flawed, I need to improve, I need to be better?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that can kind of
For sure. I think like for me, I think it's more of like the avenue of like setting the standard in our community of like there's no dumb questions in terms of I feel like you reach a certain age where you're kind of expected to be an adult, which is a whole other episode that we've been talking about, where it's like, oh, we're adults, whoa. And like you kind of fall into this state of mind where I think the way I think because I'm an adult now, and like you don't really like you don't keep asking these questions, keep this curiosity going to learn and grow as a person, because you just kind of like fall into like your beliefs about certain things. And I think the whole point of this is like to kind of like expand that and basically just keeping that curiosity going through like learning and talking about things. Because if, as cheesy as it sounds, if you don't ask the question, you'll have like preconceived notions about certain things, whether it's I can't learn if I don't do this or that, just as a really bad example. But you know what I mean? Like that's what I mean by like self-improvement and growing as a person.
Yeah, because I think that's an important distinction. That just makes it more productive, and doesn't make you feel like, oh, like I'm worthless, or like I suck.
This is your PSA. You do not have to wake up at 5 a.m. and take a cold shower. Everyone has their own things that may work for some people, but you do not need to wake up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, if you don't have a 40-degree cold plunge, you'll still be all right, bro.
We should do a 4 a.m. cold plunge now.
I've done one.
You have?
I've done one.
How was that?
I've got a video I can actually show you.
Oh, really? Did you feel elevated after?
No, I didn't feel elevated. I felt, dude, it was.
Was your whole day amazing after?
No. I felt an adrenaline rush, after like during and after I got out.
Yeah.
And then I was just cold, dripping wet. But I think like, it was exciting because like, my girlfriend, her cousin's husband, has a cold plunge,
Mhm.
and so we were house sitting for them one time, and
You were like,
it was kind of a dare, but I was just
Yeah.
like, you know what, like, let me. I've never done this before. Let me
Right,
try it
right.
because, like, yeah, just
Uh-huh.
I'm not really exposed to cold plunges,
Yeah.
especially growing up. So I was just like, I've never done this shit. Let me do it. I jump in. I'm like, oh. I'm like, babe,
Wait,
like
how long did you last in there?
40 seconds.
Oh, that's actually impressive, right? I think
I
60
was-
seconds is like the.
I was fighting, man. Like I closed my eyes. I was breathing deeply. I was just trying to stay like focused.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, I need to get out.
Did you go like head in or just like up to the neck?
I went head in for the first like few seconds, and then I
Uh-huh.
went back up because I
Whoa.
didn't want to like be under
Yeah.
that kind of water,
Right.
So, yeah, man, jumped in there, jumped out. I was just like,
Don't blow into the mic.
I was like, babe, time me. How long was that?
Bro, okay, so Amadeo's essentially a guru now, a self-help guru.
Yes, I was performance maxing in the
So
cold plunge.
when will your masterclass be dropping so we can all buy it?
Yeah, I'm working on a course right now, but also like you could purchase like access to the pre-course,
Exactly.
and once the course actually releases, then maybe we can have a whole nother, I don't know, launch.
Exactly. We'll keep your eyes out for that.
And then there'll be a post course, and then a legacy course.
Exactly. So essentially,
Not.
I think something else we wanted to touch base on was like essentially how we're moving forward with it. I think for the viewer out there, we are, and we've said it many times, and I think Amadeo knows what I'm getting at, but we are actually back. We have talked about this extensively. There's been many weeks of talking, planning, and whatnot to actually make the effort. Not just make the effort. We want to make the effort. This is something we care about and something we want to do. That we're fully back. And from us, weekly episodes will be coming out. There is a bit of a change to our content and format. So you'll be getting something every week, in a different dish per se. But it won't be like the classic episodes, which is what we're calling right now. Yeah, I don't want to like say too much about the future ones, but I guess you'll just see.
Let's just say that there's a new system that we've been working on.
Yeah.
To kind of implement consistency and structure,
Right.
and
it's also making fun because I think we're gonna be engaging with communities that we've never engaged with before. That I think is gonna really really be fun for us, and it's gonna be exciting and entertaining for the
yeah,
viewers.
because it's going beyond the studio, the couch, the microphones.
Going beyond the couch.
I don't know if I like that.
Episode 1, Beyond the Couch.
But yeah, I mean, we can't wait to show you guys
Right,
what we got in mind.
That's it. Wait, I just want to say for the podcast, that's a great slogan for a t-shirt. We have to make a t-shirt one day where it's just Beyond the couch.
Bruh.
Be somebody beyond the couch.
Instant bestseller, man.
Instant bestseller. Okay, so what do you
Pre-order
say?
now.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It's just like this is what we got going on,
Right.
and we're excited to show you. Yeah,
Yeah.
the plan.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, kind of like this first episode was very
expansion.
much just to kind of warm ourselves up, get back on the couch, get back on the hot seat. But yeah, we're excited. I mean, we're filming all day today, so yeah, we're excited to be back. Essentially,
So here's what you can expect from us. We'll have our classic episodes like what we're doing right now, where it's just
Mhm.
Enrique and I, we're talking. We got a subject in mind, or we just share anecdotes
Yeah.
about whatever's going on in our lives. So that's kind of like the format that we've been doing up until this point, the only
Right.
format, except for the guest episodes. So
Mhm.
that will be a whole other kind of episode, or we'll invite somebody from the community, whether they be maybe, just somebody who we feel
Yeah.
has
it's a guest, I guess.
a great story to share,
Right.
somebody who we feel inspired by,
Mhm.
and who we believe may inspire you as well.
Yeah. And
so-
is somebody. Hence the title, Be Somebody.
We're bringing a bunch of somebodies in here, man.
We're being a bunch of somebodies. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's a whole nother category. And then we want to kind of also go beyond the traditional, talking and having a guest and involving the community and looking at,
I don't want to say too much about him because I think it's gonna be fun just to kind of unveil it. But we'll just leave it titled as like community episodes.
let's just say like, it's going to involve you a little more,
Yeah, for sure.
the listener.
For sure.
So As always, we love to stay engaged with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you leave comments, whether you send us a message, an email, a letter, whatever it might be.
Exactly.
Yeah, we want to get back to all that because it means a whole lot, and it's reassuring of the difference that Enrique and I have set out to do.
Right.
With this platform, with this.
Yeah.
Incredible venture for the both of us. So, this is Be Somebody.
Yeah. Before we go, we do want to bring back our well-known segment of Let me put you on. Essentially, a quick little segment where Amadeo and I put you onto something. And essentially...
You might need to lower the volume on that because I just blew up the microphone.
Yeah, we have new microphones. So that's why it's a little bit... We're testing our...
Yeah, real quick, we got new equipment.
Voices. Yeah, we're going in, y'all.
So,
we're going
quick
in.
shout out to our friend Hector, who was also on the podcast in the previous episode.
Which he'll have another episode.
Yeah, we're gonna yeah, we did him pretty dirty with that.
Yeah, we owe him a better. we brought a sound engineer to the podcast, and we gave him like the worst microphone there was as the sound engineer. But Hector will be done right next time, and we'll have him in a later episode.
Yeah,
which I think he knows, right? He'll find out. You're finding out now, Hector.
Shout out, Hector.
But yeah, let me put you on.
Let me put you on.
Essentially a segment where Amadeo and I put you on to something that we're listening to, watching, talked about, experienced that we think more people should try out. It could be simple as something someone ate, something someone visited, to something someone experienced or did. Yeah,
it's essentially something cool that I like that I think maybe you'll like.
Right.
You'll think it's cool too.
So I'll go because mine's way more simpler. So I just got back from Central America. I did a little Central America trip with a good friend of mine. We were just backpacking. So I think mine is plantain chips. Okay. Which I don't know if you've tried plantain chips before.
I have tried plantain chips before. I do like plantain chips, but I just don't think they're as good as potato chips.
Dude, that's the whole point of plantain chips. They're better than potato chips, and they're healthier than potato chips. And I just don't think they sell good, or they might sell them. You just have to find the good ones.
Here's what I'll say, because I know there are some banger plantain chips out in
Right.
the world, and I know that you had some like on your adventures.
Right.
So I think my favorite flavor profile is umami, and plantain chips hit that umami because it says that's that sweet and that savory.
Right.
Because it's the sweetness from the plantain, but also they got a little salty seasoning on that. And depending on where you get them from, are they fresh? Was it what kind of oil, whatever, if you want to get real nitty gritty with it. But
well, that's what I'm saying. Like in Central America, obviously that's where all these plantains are. Yeah. And they're just so good, man. I had so many bags of it. I'm going to insert an image of the company I really liked. But dude,
I'm going to have to give that a shot because honestly, I'm trying to be more...
All right, you heard it first, y'all. I'm going to find a bag and I'm going to bring it just so Amadeo can do a live taste test of this specific brand.
Okay, we're going to do a taste test live on the podcast on plantain chips that will hopefully change everything for me in the course of my life. But what I wanted to say was I'm open to that because I'm trying to be a little bit more considerate of my health. And so
should I bring up the story from last night?
No.
Okay, wait. Okay, you're trying to be more healthy.
And hold me accountable to that because I feel like I say this a lot, but
right.
So just eating better,
right.
Drinking more water, getting some sunlight, getting some exercise, just being more active, being more involved, and being more conscious about what it is that I'm actually putting into my body. Because as much as I haven't liked to admit it, it does matter, and it really does contribute to your energy levels and your overall just kind of well-being and sense of positivity and possibility. You can't I don't think anybody can feel as though they can conquer their dreams if they just feel terrible all the time.
Sure. Yeah.
It's not really possible. So, alternatives to snacks that I'm used to. Processed potato chips, that could probably get out of my life.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, what about you?
So, Enrique talked about plantain chips. I would like to talk about transcendental meditation.
Transcendental meditation.
Transcendental meditation.
Dental? Is that like mouth?
Transcendental.
Transcending. Okay. Is that when you feel that orb going through your body?
No, it is not when you feel that orb going through your body.
Okay, never mind.
Maybe. if that's something that you can, I don't know, imagine for yourself, but I don't want to guarantee.
But have you
an
heard of what I'm
outcome.
talking about? Where you lay
No,
down
I've not heard of what
and like
talking
you're
about.
supposed to imagine like an orb of energy starting at your feet, going up to your head, and like you clench your muscles and then release them. And it's supposed to like bring like peace.
Okay, well, it sounds like you need to put me onto that. 'Cause I don't know what the hell you're
Okay,
talking
okay.
about.
I'll look it up and see what it's actually called.
Okay. So transcendental meditation. So David Lynch used to do it, and he swore by it. He said it made a huge difference for him in his life, and also like I guess in his artistic output. Transcendental meditation is different from traditional meditation through the use of a mantra. What a mantra is, it's a word, it's a phrase that doesn't necessarily have a specific meaning, but it's something that you repeat to yourself during this practice, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20, to help you focus, to concentrate, and to stay still in the moment. I used to do this, at least I used to try, like traditional meditation. I could never get through it. I was just always like fidgeting and restless. I literally couldn't sit still for 30 seconds.
Right.
As soon as I tried this, because I was curious, it was so much easier because I always had something to like return to, focus on. And that was my mantra.
Right.
And then
what's your mantra though?
So my specific mantra is a sound, phi. I should say it over and over, phi. What that means to me, and maybe at this point I should change my mantra because maybe it shouldn't mean anything. I don't know, but it's helped me out. Phi to me kind of reminds me of fade, the word fade, disappear, floating, atmosphere, mist. It kind of reminds me to just let everything go, let everything float away, let everything evaporate, whatever comes into my mind, and to give myself this permission to just be chill and be still. And it's been so much easier to be consistent with transcendental meditation than what I was doing before. And yeah, it's helped me out, man. On one specific instance, I had a big callback audition. I finished it. I was getting pretty nervous like I usually do. Like I had this habit of kind of spiraling after auditions where I'm like overthinking everything. As soon as I finished the audition, I went over to like a quiet space. I was like sitting in the dark and I just gave myself like 10 minutes to repeat my mantra, sit there, breathe deeply. And at the end of the 10 minutes, dude, that's it. 10 minutes. I felt way better and way different.
Right.
I was just, there's like more balance, you know?
Essentially a way to get out of your head, calm yourself.
For me, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And yeah, dude, because like that spiral can ruin my day. It's happened before. But this time, like I kind of forced myself to just stop.
Yeah.
Let's put this here first and then you can continue. And I didn't feel like I needed to spiral.
Yeah.
I just accepted that what I did was the best I could do.
Well, try it and let us know what y'all think.
Check it out for yourself.
Also about the plantain chips. Try the plantain
Dude,
chips.
yes. No, eat a plantain chip. Go,
Eat a plantain
go meditate
chip.
for 10 minutes.
Exactly, man. That's
Watch
the
your
perfect
life
way.
change.
That's the be somebody method.
Eat some chips and meditate, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's basically welcome back. Yeah. Stay tuned. We're gonna be, dropping every week. Thank you for, accepting us back, and we're excited to be here.
Yeah, thanks, y'all. No, I really appreciate this, and I appreciate everyone listening right now, whether you're returning to the podcast or you're brand new to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, just thanks so much for your time and for sticking with us throughout all this.
Right.
Yeah. Hope to see you on the next one.
All right. Catch you on the next one.
Later.